Assalamu alaikum and very good morning to you all. This is your English language and literature teacher Hira Nasir, and I welcome you all in this tutorial. So let's start on today's topic. Today's lecture is all about reading, and the topic is types of pollution, page 27 of your student book. Okay, here you can see in an article that has been distributed into some columns from A to E. After reading this article, because this article is quite elongated, so after reading this article, you people can give the title to each and every column. For example, the very first paragraph is all about protecting the environment is a challenging task that has been faced by all the countries. And the B paragraph is all about air pollution, and the C, it could be land pollution. D, there could be different types or different kinds of pollution. E, like each person on the planet can do something to help the environment. So here you have two exercises. The first one has been done, like read the report again, match the points 1 to 5 to the paragraph A to E. So we have done with it. Okay, now we have an exercise 4. Read the report again, complete the sentences with words or phrases in the report. So you need to find out all the appropriate words or phrases from your text, okay, that you have been already studied. The first one: when the population of a country becomes more prosperous, they hope to enjoy a higher what? Standard of living. Okay. Air pollution can be caused by the burning of fossil fuels. After waste is dumped on land, the land may become infertile. Fourth one: environmental dash caused by water pollution is a major health concern. Contamination. Everyone can help dash the environment by making simple changes to conserve. Answer the following questions. The first one is list types of pollution in our country. You need to jot down all the different types of pollution that you have been find out in your country, like what kind of pollutions were there. Second one, what are some of the things that can be recycled? So for attempting this answer, you need to look around and find out all those wasted material that could be recycled, or you can use it again. For doing this, you can also remember your art class, so just think over it. The third one, what should you do after eating at a public place? This is quite easy. So if you have a lunch with your family, so after eating that lunch, what you people could do, or what were your next action after eating? It's all about your experience. Okay, how green are you? You have a feedback from someone about how clean and green you are. So you can find out almost 5 paragraphs, short paragraphs. Someone has given the feedback like, congratulations, you are an eco warrior. This means that you are setting a great example to everyone around you of how to live in our world. So just keep it up. So actually that person is boosting your confidence, or like how to maintain the environment carefully. And that's all. So make sentences of any 5 words or phrases from page 24. In page 24 you people have a survey where you can find out some prominent words or phrases. So after finding all the phrases or words, you have to use them into sentences. and then add all those prominent words in your vocabulary bank, because it's an informative one. Okay. So this slide is about literature lesson. So we have to start from chapter 2, page 8 to 13. On Wednesday morning, Advait received a letter from Professor Challenger. Professor Challenger agreed to be interviewed at his house at 10 o'clock. Butler, who was a male servant of Professor Challenger, took Edward to the professor's room. Edward found professor's he was covered with bundle of books, and his appearance made him gasp. Like, he had a red face, black beard, blue and grey eyes, broad shoulder, white chest, and along with his enormous hand in long black hairs. Professor showed his agreement because he liked the Daily Gazette and warned him if he called him a liar, so he would not supposed to be interviewed by Edward. So he just warned him. He started interviewing him and asked about his adventure. So he asked a couple of questions like, what have you done, or how would you carried out that specific adventure? So Professor Challenger explained, like, he went to South America to study the animals of the Amazon. After so many months of his research, he just made his way back to the river and spent almost a night at a small Indian village. So Indian treated him very well. But one day the chief took him to a hut to help an ill man, but he was already dead. And surprisingly, he was a white, not Indians. So beside that dead body, Professor found a knapsack. Knapsack is a hiker or a soldier bag with the shoulder straps. So he just found pictures of river, chalk, paint brushes, a bone, gun, and a few cartridges inside that knapsack. Edward opened that sketchbook and found the sketch of Jimmy Culver. JC means Jimmy Culver. And on the very last page, Edward found a picture of dinosaur. And he also found a bone of dinosaur inside that knapsack. Okay. So after a few days, Professor explored the Red Cliff with the help of Indians, and Professor Challenger also showed a damaged photo of pterodactyl to Edward. Pterodactyl is actually a flying reptile of the Jurassic period. So after interviewing all that questions, Edward started believing that Professor is not a liar. After the summary, you need to answer the following questions on your loose sheet. The first one is, what time was Professor Challenger going to be interviewed? So you have to mention the time and that are supposed to be interviewed by Edward. Okay. Name the reporter and the newspaper. It's quite easy. What was in the knapsack? So you need to mention all the possessions that was holding by Jimmy Culver. What kind of drawing did the reporter find in the sketchbook? So it's quite easy. Okay, after attempting all the questions, you need to find out the meanings of difficult words that could be came across with you while reading. Okay. So imagine you're talking to a friend, complete the dialogue with your own ideas. So here you have to imagine yourself like you people are facing each other, and someone has just asked any question. So you have to answer it. So it's up to you. So you have to mention those thoughts that are true for you. Okay, clear?